Hi, I'm Jenny. Welcome to Mysterious Writings YouTube channel. This is episode 4 of MW's Treasure News. I go over 6 found treasures. Might these stories help you realize you have a treasure at home, like the first one did for myself? Let's explore. Number 1. Oyster Cans. As mentioned, this treasure news story is special to me. As I'm sure many of you know, I often research different treasures and collectibles, and this story proves that you never know what you might have that is a treasure. On my shelf sits an old, rather rusty oyster can. The room it sits in is beach themed, and so it made a nice addition. I thought it was just a can, not worth anything. However, in mid-February, a story was published about an old tin oyster can selling at auction for $16,800. It was a wild duck oyster tin, and because of its particular brand, it is highly collectible. All oyster cans can be collectible though, which I didn't know, but the wild duck brand is like the holy grail of them all. Now, while my can is just a Woodfield's oyster tin can, I realized it was still worth something, maybe $100, but hey, I thought it was worth only the dust it kept on my shelf, so I was happy with the discovery of treasure. What might you have on your shelf? This MW Treasure News episode might help you find out, like it did for me. Subscribe today. Number 2. 1776 Continental dollar coin found in a junk box. Coin Week published a story the week of February 7, 2020, that a 1776 Continental dollar coin was authenticated and graded MS62 by the PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service in Paris. Now, lots of coins get graded, but it is the fact that this coin, valued at almost $100,000, was found in a junk box of coins at a flea market in northern France and was purchased for only 50 cents. It wasn't until after some research that the buyer, who is remaining anonymous, realized his treasure found. Number 3. 22 silver coins found while metal detecting. Earlier this month on Wabasso Beach, Florida, Jonah Martinez discovered 22 silver coins while metal detecting along the coast. He and a group of friends often go out detecting the treasure coast during or immediately after bad weather. The turmoil of waves shifts the sands, and lost treasures are more apt to be found. This is true for many beaches up and down the coast, but because of the numerous Spanish shipwrecks off the coast of Florida, the odds for finding some washed up gold is more likely in southeastern Florida, the reason why it is called the Treasure Coast. Number 4. The Lost Skull Armchair Treasure Hunt. Nick Spear and Robert Jenner worked together on the armchair treasure hunting book called The Lost Skull by Robert Brewer the past few months. The book was published in October of 2019. Together they shared thoughts and ideas on how to solve the puzzles inside. Then a few weeks ago, it all clicked. They solved the clues which led them to the buried treasure worth $1,000. The hunt continues on, however, as there is a runner-up prize for $500 to claim. The link to the full story is below. Number 5. A national treasure found in a ditch. A linen banner of historical importance of the 1800 election is held at the Smithsonian National Museum of American History. The museum bought the relic from a family back in 1959 for $2,000, equivalent to around $70,000 in today's time. The banner displayed an image of Thomas Jefferson with an eagle above. From the eagle's beak was a ribbon which proclaimed, "Thomas Jefferson, President of the United States. John Adams is no more." Lots of relics are housed at the Smithsonian, but it is how this treasure came to be there that is the story. In 1958, 2 boys walking along a set of railroad tracks in Massachusetts found the cloth lying in the ditch. They picked it up and hung it on their wall. They also took turns taking it to school for show and tell. It was after they kept being told this could be important that they contacted historians of their discovery. It was then realized it was a national treasure and sold to the museum for all to see and appreciate the linen's piece of history. And number 6, the Treasure Chest Project treasures. More and more treasures are being hid in the Treasure Chest Project, and they are being found. One was just found recently in West Virginia. The Treasure Chest Project is a public-spirited mission to hide treasures for people to randomly find and give smiles. Who doesn't love to find a treasure, whether it is that dropped penny or something more in the path of life? And who doesn't like to share smiles? The hidden treasures of the project need not be anything expensive. I often hide a small treasure chest with coin and inspiring quote inside. I drop them off at random places where I travel. I know whoever finds them will smile, and that is what it's all about. Become part of the X Club and hide a small treasure in the Treasure Chest Project. The link is below. So there are 6 found treasure stories. Might they help you find treasure? Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time here at Mysterious Writings.